How y'all doing?
Good. You got a double-digit sacks here on the season. As a collective group, of course, on Senior Day, what does that mean to you to hit that mark this season?
I mean, as far as the sacks, I mean, that don't really mean much. I just want to go out there and play well. You know, obviously my family's watching, everybody's family's watching, so it meant a lot to them. So I wanted to go out there and play well for my mom. My dad's down there. My dad is looking down on me right now, so I definitely want to put on a good performance for him. So I was looking.
How much did it sink in on the walk down the hill that these are your last two games in that Valley, possibly, if you do decide to leave?
I would, like you said, you know, it's a possibility that might be the case. So I didn't want to take this moment for granted because, you know, obviously I still don't know what I'm going to do as far as after the season. But, you know, to have this opportunity to have my family there and potentially this might be one of the last two home games that I get to play in here. Man, it was a great experience. You know, obviously, you just kind of showed the struggle of me throughout my first 4 years. You know, obviously the first quarter we struggled a little bit. That's how my first year here was. And kind of kept progressing and we just got better over time. So it was a good experience.
Clearly, you've done a lot of great teams since you've been here. How would you rank the way that this team is playing going into the rivalry game versus the other?
Going into South Carolina, I mean, I feel like we're hitting our stride right when we need to. You know, obviously, you want to be playing well when you're about to go into the state championship. Obviously, you know it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game. Obviously, South Carolina, this one is kind of a bit personal, so it's good to be kind of hitting our stride right when this game happens. So it's good.
Duke had 127 yards in the first quarter and only 135 in the final three. What was the key for kind of shutting them down after that?
Just settling in, man. Obviously, that quarterback is really, really good, and the margins for error was really, really small with him. The type of throws that he made and the rush lanes and things like that, and the running back was good too, so we knew we had to wrap him up. So just honing in on our details, man, that was the biggest thing. Not just going out there and feeling like we can just beat these guys based on talent, you know, honing in on the details and really focusing on, you know, doing the little things is the big thing that we kind of settled in on.
How different is this next game compared to the one you played to this point? Is there anything, what's the spice like?
Not really much different for us. I know it's kind of amplified for everybody else in this state. You know, obviously it's a state championship. You know, the fans, they obviously not very fond of each other. And it's a lot of history between us, you know what I mean? But obviously we just want to treat it like another game. We know it's kind of personal. You always want to go out against your rival or whatever, your so-called rival in the last game of the season. So it's going to be a good game, man. Obviously they're a very good team. They have a lot of good players. So we just got to go out and play. We got to prepare. We got to have a great week of practice.
At what point will it sink in that you have 4 more quarters left in this stadium?
Possibly 4 more quarters. So I mean, I'm just gonna go out there and play my best, man. I'm just try to play like it's my last play here, man. I don't really think about it too much. You know, obviously you take it back and just reflect on, you know, this might possibly could be my last game next week in the Valley. But you know, I feel like my relationship here it runs way deeper than just the football. You know what I mean? So I'll be back, and I don't really focus too much on just the playing side because my relationship with Clemson is much deeper than just football.
You said possibly. Does that leave open the possibility you could come back?
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't made a decision yet. You know, I mean, whatever people assume, you know, you can't really assume it because they're not me. You know, last year people thought I was going to leave. Last year people thought I was going to come back. But at the end of the day, it's a decision that I have to make. And I haven't made that decision yet. So, you know, at the end of the season when we're done, you know, I'm focused on the present right now. That's all I can be focused on. You know, I feel like I owe that to my teammates, to the Clemson family, you know, just to focus on just be present in the moment. So, yeah, I haven't made that decision yet at all.
What did it mean to keep them out of the end zone? You had a pretty good knack defensively of keeping the opposition's offense out of the end zone.
Oh, that was huge, man. Obviously, you know, we didn't play well in the first quarter, but holding the 2 field goals was big. And to, you know, keep them out of the end zone for the rest of the game, man, that was huge because, you know, we're big on, you know, bending but not breaking. You know, obviously, we knew that's a very good offense. Quarterback is really, really good. Running back is good. Offensive line is very technically sound. So we knew it was going to be some type of a challenge. And to hold them out of the end zone because they put up a lot of points against the teams that they played, so that was huge.
At what point do you allow the national picture to start creeping in? You guys are already going to the ACC championship game. You'll be a heavy favorite in the rivalry game. I mean, it's almost, you know, when you get to the playoffs, when do you allow it to start creeping in? What the overall goal is?
I don't know about overall goal. I mean, I know our next goal is just to win the state championship. Hey, what's up? But But you know, the biggest thing that I feel like helps us with that is this is the biggest senior class in the history of Clemson. We have more wins than any other team in the ACC as far as the senior class. And we've been through things just like this. So any situation where you can have like a one-game slip-up possibly, you know, in the late half of the season, like we did against Pitt a couple of years ago, or against Syracuse. You know, we understand the amplitude. You know, people say things isn't a big game, but until you lose one, you really find out how big of a game it is. So we understand the circumstances, and we just take it one game at a time because we're not really focused on things that are out of our control.
Clelin, what do you think you know now that you didn't know when you were a freshman?
Oh,